Hi everyone, Aldbar here, and welcome to this Let's Play. Well, still got a few quests that are in my heroic exclusive. Those are the Vale of Twilight. So Vale it is. To get the Vale of Twilight, you can actually use the ship and teleport yourself directly there. But the proper way to get there is first you gotta talk to this NPC in the 12th. And he gives you a quest called Meridia, where the goal is basically to go and, well, get to Meridia, which is walking through the wilderness. It's up there. I'm wondering if they're ever going to make a epic version of these quests. I doubt it. I mean, they made a legendary shroud, and they just added 2 new quests rather than making the heroic flagging quests epic. To be honest, a lot of these quests are unique, and sometimes they've got serious issues. But okay, here we go. Basically, if you follow the path, you should make it to Meridia. You have to take the bridge over here. And yeah, you can cut corners over here, jump over this hill, etc. But just stay on the path. As I said at the beginning, if you've got a ship, a guild ship, you can teleport yourself directly to the Meridia starting area. But since I know that some of you do not have an airship, I figured I'd show how to get there. There we go. We made it to Meridia.
Was constructed from the ruins of an ancient giant temple.
Over here, we're going to start the shroud flagging sequence. So, talk to this guy. Give us a reward for getting here. And now he's going to send us on a quest. Basically, we need to finish all 5 quests. And then there's going to be a NPC who teaches us about crafting, etc. And get on the way. Oh, there we go. This first one's going to be Rainbow in the Dark. Why? Because I guess it's closest. Now there are rare encounters in this area who can drop some crafting ingredients for shroud heroic green steel items. So you might want to stop by and pick up rares if you see them. There's an earth elemental over here sometimes. Yeah. Locust Tusk. This is used for crafting the base items. So if you want to make a green steel item, yeah, you're going to need some of that. The other crafting ingredients to come for the base items come from the end chests of the quests, the flagging quests. This guy also? A lieutenant? Yep, apparently so. No crafting ingredients. Okay, so this walk up over here. If you keep on walking all the way up to the top, there's actually another viewpoint and another like rare on the way. Well, we're just here for Rainbow in the Dark.
white marble quarry, the den of
Hey, this quest has a lot of traps and stuff in it.
the ancient
I made a solo walkthrough guide for this quest with everything you could possibly need for it. I should have the level 18 where or whatever it is. Where at? Where is he at? Haven't picked him up. Whatever. Gotta pick him up. I'm gonna leave my backup at the door. Okay, the gimmick of this quest is you got this little scepter over here,
illuminates the dark cave.
and when you pick it up
Seated loosely in the
and you put it in your hand, so I guess we're gonna put it in slot number, I don't know. Slot number 4. So you see how everything is like pitch dark now? If I swap to the weapon, magically I suddenly have light. Thing is, I'm constrained to fighting with this weapon. It's not what I want. And if I swap back my weapons, I can't do what I'm doing. Luckily, there are some ways to avoid this. You use a rune arm, lights up the whole area. Oh yeah. I've done many versions of this quest. Can do it with the proper weapon, but we can do it with the... This is gonna burn out your retinas, so... Sorry.
someone or something
You gotta drop down over here.
through the earth, creating these tunnels.
Oh, rust monsters. Yeah, I really don't want the rust monsters to touch me. Now, these hallways are full with rust monsters and earth elementals, and what you get is actually random. So you might get rust monsters, you might get earth elementals, you might get both. Each encounter is 50-50, but I've been in this quest where I had like maybe one pack of rust monsters out of all of the monsters in the quest, so it's hard to say. Of course, now that I'm playing a Warforged, that means I'm gonna have extra doses of those monsters. Yeah, but this is what I'm talking about when I say that this is a gimmicky quest chain, and a lot of quests have well, very unique gimmicks that also can drive you completely crazy. Here's one place where, I mean, I've done this quest where I basically ran the whole thing almost all in pure darkness. Just by remembering the route, I can jump my way through it, but climbing up over here is one place where I usually resort to picking up the scepter. See, typically over here there's a trap floor, and there's a beholder right at the end over there. Yeah, so places like this, these are physical traps because you can't just see them and you just walk right into them. Okay, this room, you don't want to step on this plate. It will activate a trap. I cast elemental weapon on this also, because why not? So we gotta go get a crest, so basically we're running to the end of this section. You gotta have freedom of movement on. There are some gelatinous cubes here. Yeah, once you're standing and fighting things, it's not a problem to just like swap back to your main weapon, fight them, then move on. So yeah, these like square rooms on the map, they're like little squares. Might be hard to see it. So sometimes the floor is like fully built up. Sometimes it's just like this passageway. Can't actually tell before you try to step into it. I like when you fire at the enemies, they light up. At least that. And I made sure my character was extra shiny so you could see him. At least he had one thing to focus on, even if you can't see the rest of the quests. So, sorry about that. I knew it. Yes, you want to have a weapon. If you're going to use a rune arm, you want to have a rune arm that has a explosion on the end of it. But even the electric ones, they go slow. They'll light up the path as they go through, which is cool. Yeah, for anybody wondering, the actual sword I'm using is Epic Sword of Shadows. And the visual is from the Insanity. I have a, I put the Warforged cosmetic on it. Warforged was from the Ultimate Fan Bundle of Charm. There's a bunch of Orothons we gotta fight here. Hey, where's the crest in the corner? And now we gotta make our way back. So yeah, you can actually do this quest completely in the dark just by using a rune arm. I've done it a fair amount of times. Yeah, and of course there's enemies who spawn on the way back. Could be a trapped floor here someplace. Let's get past it. The mobs will follow me anyway, so... yeah. There's a little bit, these pockets of light every once in a while, so you can stop and fight over there if you want to see what you're doing. Gelatinous cube here. Yeah, there's a bunch of optionals also. I do not recommend doing the roulette optional. If you want to see more about the roulette optional, watch the full solo walkthrough and guide video. Okay, we've made it to the door. This is where we need the crest. Hey, Scorpion socket. Next area. This way, going down now. More of these gelatinous cubes. I mean, whoever designed this quest really wanted you to just fall into all the traps. Like, it's very intentional. There's a shrine. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Probably could empty out this area first, but I don't care. Just gonna buff and go. Might as well put elemental weapons on both of my items. Even though I'm not really using that scepter to attack. Place is full of shadows pop out of the ground. You can actually use the weapon as a proper weapon. I mean, I might as well do this. Problem with the rust monster is because my body is well, because I'm a warforged, they can stun me if they hit me.
Another carefully carved tunnel leads to a separate underground lair.
More rust monsters. But yeah, but you might run this quest and have like basically no rust monsters or loads of them, depending on the luck you get. It's just so many RNG elements in this quest. It's crazy. So the one quest where you might want to learn it by heart and be able to solo it in the dark, the game devs like, nope. You'll never know. Okay. Down is the way we want to go. Yeah, I'll get back here soon. First, we got to go get ourselves. I think it's a key.
A group of windlasher gnolls have settled in this
Gnolls.
Vale of Twilight.
Trying to find where the ledge is, so I don't fall off. Whoops, I almost fell in. Yeah, so this is something like the worst content to stream or to record as a video. Yeah, so I'm sorry about it, but this is just what it is. Yeah, if you go down that passageway, there's a beholder at the end. You can stay there for all I care. Silver key. Let's get out. Let's see where this trap is. Whoops. And I fell into it anyway. Well, it's one way of getting through this trap. Okay, this particular part, there's two ways of getting past it. The easy way is just use a long jump to get across to the other side. But the more, well, the proper way is to do this trap over here. there's a big gelatinous cube that drops out from the ceiling right on top of you as you're trying to get past this thing. I would say that for most pugs, this is probably like the sticking point of this quest. This jump can be very hard. Very, very hard. I know I don't have any clever advice for how to get past it other than using a long jump. Some of the pillars you can actually just walk onto, so you don't have to jump. But that's beyond the scope of this tutorial, sorry. Okay, we need to get down to this area at the end. I don't want to have to walk for no reason, so let's just make sure that I'm going the right direction. I think this is it. Oh, this is the end of the quest. Okay, here we are. This is the rainbow. Basically, you step on everyone once, make sure they're all lit up red. It says red literally over it, okay? So starting from that side, will be like this. Now we're going to run back and stop over here. And then keep on going like this, back and forth, until we get the colors we want. So starting with red, and these are the rainbow colors, and they light up in order. So now these are all orange. Now I'm going to run back. These will all change to yellow. I'm going to run back and stop before the yellow at the end over there. I'll leave one yellow. Now we'll run back this way. Okay, we got green. Now we got whatever this is, the blue color. Indigo. And violet. Now we've got the rainbow in the dark set up. A little bit like this, maybe. You put it over here, it opens up the door. And that's it. You no longer have the scepter. So get ready for the end fight. I think he puts cold resist on himself, so can't just chop through his hit points very fast. This is fine. There we go. Rainbow in the dark done. And we got a twig. Nice. And one of the 5 pieces you need for every item. The Shavareth stone, which is unique to the quest and it's about the character. Speed, 18 minutes. Blech. There we go.
Nestled high above the
One down, 4 to go.
the den of obscurity sprawls deep into the ancient tunnels of the giants.
I guess we can go for... Yeah, let's do it. I forgot the name of the quest. Windlasher Canyon, whatever it's called. Ritual Sacrifice. Yeah, this one has a failure state in it because you have to protect an NPC. So you might get basically to the end of the quest and have your NPC die. And there's nothing you can do about it other than try to protect him with everything you got. Yeah, so Windlasher Canyon, it's all the way at the far. It's not, so Twilight Canyon, all the way at the far end of the map.
The Eladrin constructed this
Like crossing this bridge and then following the
village.
coastline on this side. Certain point you'll have a, like, it looks like a corner you can climb up into. This is how you get up to the top. There's like a switchback over here. And here we go.
The Twilight Canyon extends deep.
I hope I get it on my first try.
Vale of Twilight. Windlashed knolls, the caves are dark. A totem stands before you.
I strongly recommend getting a hireling for this quest. I mean, you can have a whole army of hirelings and buff them and whatever it is, but at least one good healing hireling. Without it, I would not recommend trying to solo this quest. I mean, you really need that hireling. What happens is he's one of those trigger-happy NPCs who runs forward and picks a fight and gets himself killed naturally. Hey, for the upside is at least you can see what you're doing in this quest. You see, you should never take that for granted.
The gatekeeper of the Windlashed.
You would think that things like visibility in a video game are necessary, but apparently not. Thing summons a air elemental. Okay, we've got 2 switches we need to pull. Open up the door. That was one. Go. Second one.
As the last lever locks into place, a shuttle
Yeah, we're gonna end up killing all these enemies once we get to the top.
has been opened.
So there's 2 big main areas, and you
The tunnel
have a bottom floor and a top floor to each one of them, and you can link between them. Okay. Yeah, I know not every character has the ability to heal, to cast heal spells, but you have to have some way to heal the NPC at the end of this quest or you're gonna fail it. I mean, on solo. If you're doing it with a party, you might be able to have somebody run ahead, catch aggro, and hopefully not take too much damage, but realistically, if you're doing this solo, you're going to need some healing.
you survived the ambush.
Also, I will say that being over level helps in this case.
Looking around, the caves open again into a second valley, larger than the first.
Get rid of these few archers. Nice bridge we've got over here. But once again, we've got two levers we need to pull, but they're both inside of a locked room. So, not locked, but whatever. Got a lever to get pull over here. By the way, there's a shrine down there. So, if you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you.
This Windlasher guardhouse controls access to the deepest parts of the village.
Yeah, the Windlasher summoning circles that summon air elementals. I mean, even out in, what's it called? The Demon Sands, you got a few of them. Okay. Make sure to pull both levers. There we go. We get out of this room, the way should be open. Yeah, everything on this is the second big room, and we're gonna be up here soon and clearing out all these enemies. I've never had these jump down before and attack me. Fine with me. Saves me the hassle of trying to catch them. Okay, so here's the NPC. Here's our first interaction with him. At this point, you don't fail the quest. It's only later you have to protect him. Oh, let's go. Yeah, now that I'm level 20 and I'm epic, I'm using a sentient weapon. Sentient weapon basically is just a weapon that you level up, and as it levels up, you can slot in these little augment-like things called filigrees, who basically make your weapon more powerful. So, for the sake of the videos, I slotted in 3 filigrees of the Wrath of the Flame, which basically gives me this permanent fire shield, which basically just goes together with the overall look of this character. So I'm using it more as a cosmetic than an actual buff to the build.
The portal roars to life and spews out its
Yeah, at this point, you're just supposed to defeat the Devil Assault as they spawn in. You don't have to worry about protecting him. We get a Orthon boss, I believe. Yeah, eventually this ends. Okay, here comes the boss, finally. Throws in an appearance just for us. How nice of him. There we go. Talk to him. That's it, now we go up.
Ghosts, it must be found.
We're going to go back to the 2 rooms that we were there before. And we've got to find these 4 Windlasher gnolls that kind of look like I am. They're on fire. So there's 2 in each version of the 2 big rooms. We've got to go through, find them, and kill them. And that will allow us to access the top level. Rather, I should say it'll access the end. Yeah, but these are all the archers that were previously standing and bombarding you. Now you get to get rid of them. I mean, you can, of course, stand at the bottom with a ranged character and get rid of most of them. But you're going to have to pass through them anyway, so. Just wait until they're right in front of you. Okay, here we go. Yeah, sometimes it's possible to take the NPC pretty much straight through without any problems, and sometimes I don't think I've ever failed it more than like once in a row. So it means even if I failed it, so I got it on my second attempt. So yeah, these are the guys we're looking for. They got a big sword on fire. Mystic defeated. So I thought it was the ones that are completely on fire. They're not. My bad.
You have ascended to the upper level of the Gnoll village.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this door will take you to the second area. The other big room. But first we've got to get the 2 mystics from this area. I mean, I could come back and get them later, but whatever. No, I'll do exactly that. Just let me confirm something. I do believe that the end of this hallway is the end section. Let's just make sure. Okay, that's the end section. Let's go to the mystics first. Oh, I got the second mystic over here. It's a nice view you've got over here. You can actually see the sky on the top level. Yeah, so like I said, there's 2 big rooms. Each one of them has an upper level. And yeah, we're clearing out both upper levels. Looking for those mystics.
The Windlashers use their magic to hurl the elements against you.
Yeah, this whatever type of trap triggers twice. One of them is guaranteed. I don't think it always triggers the second one.
You can clearly see the village laid out before you.
Yep, mystic. Yeah, ultimately, that's the only thing we're looking for, the mystics. We don't really care about the rest. Well, here's a shrine. Just in case you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you very much. There we go. Another mystic.
Echoes through the
Yeah, you might need to like walk down all these walkways into the end little rooms and clear out everything just to find the mystics. I got lucky. I'm gonna take it. Let's get out of here. Yeah, don't jump down. You're gonna be in the wrong room. You have to walk your way back up. Yeah, here comes the painful part of this quest. You know what? I'm actually going to use that shrine. I'd rather have full spell points. Now, I should be able to cast Divine Intervention on the NPC, which should help me with another layer of defense. Like any spell you can cast on him that helps him, everything will work except for invisibility, because he's gonna attack and break invisibility immediately. So you've got like Stone Skin, Elemental Resistance, yada yada, etc. All very, very useful. Unfortunately, I found out that the hirelings are a bit flaky when it comes to healing him. Not all of them heal him right away. Yeah, but there are some that are like crazy with healing that just spam heal all the time. Maybe 10 piece does one like there's a certain hirelings that have crazy amount of they're just programmed to spam heal all the time. And in this case, this is kind of what you want. You just want them to not die. Then again, if you're not fast on the damage, it's gonna slow you down. But here we go. These two need them to hit them with everything they can have to protect them. Come on. Give them Blur, True Seeing, Elemental, Freedom of Movement, Spell Resistance, this, Protection from Evil. Hit them with one of these, Remove Fear. Sure, why not? Here's this. I'm just stalling until the Divine Intervention comes up. Give them all the elemental resistances. I don't know what they can hit him with. Just don't want him to die. What else? Come on, a few seconds, get him Divine Intervention. So there we go. You two are set to protect him, by all means. I'm keeping him in my view at all times. So in my viewfinder, sorry, I should say. So I can hit him always with my own heals. Because I don't really trust my NPCs. My, whatever, hirelings. I mean, you can see how fast he's taking damage. It's crazy. Yeah, he literally just runs into the center of everything. Crazy. Making sure to top up his health every time. keeping him in my viewfinder. Like, this is crazy. He's gonna run up and aggro everything. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, being trigger happy. He's a caster, so the aggro he takes is crazy. This is the worst for me. And I'm out of spell points.
The final chamber lies before you. The pack must be there. As the Barbazook falls, the infernal pact appears.
Whew. And we won. That was admittedly very, very stressful. So, a bit of scrub fungus and another Shavarath stone. How long was this quest? 20 minutes. Yikes. The truth is, recalling out, here's the annoying thing about this. When you recall out, it'll send you out of the zone. I'll show you.
The Twilight Canyon extends deep into the hills.
When you recall, rather than going back to Meridia, usually it kicks you out of the Vale of Twilight.
Established a new village here.
It was very annoying. I mean, like, yeah. So I'm gonna shortcut back. I don't feel like running again through the whole thing. Let's empty out my inventory. This guy up. Repair. Yes. Sell. Anything who doesn't have 2 slots is going. Level 5. Okay. And gone. Guild airship. Should be able to use the shortcut. I mean, I made this guild airship just so I can have the teleporter guy. So, and I want to go to Meridia and the Vale of Twilight. There we go. Okay, let's head out. Next one is another quest that has a serious chance of failing. Again, not fun at all.
Meridia, the home of a new labyrinth tribe, is constructed
Luckily,
on the ruins of an ancient
I mean, two-handed fighting is the worst type of character for this particular quest. But I am also... I also have ranged with precise shot, so I do have a way to get past things. I have to be careful not to accidentally use my rune arm, but other than that, should be fine. Maybe I'll make a version of my... here. Only the rune arm, and we'll drop this in slot number 4. So yeah, so behind Meridia, swim down.
submerged beneath the lakes surrounding
Let sleeping dust lie.
entrance is a convenient if wet back door.
Now, if you have a long jump, there's actually a major skip you can do this quest. You got double long jump. You can basically guarantee you can use a skip. So basically, the gimmick of this quest is you find out that there's these spiders over here who are actually the good guys, and if you kill them, well, you fail the quest. Thing is, they have these slavers next to them, and as long as the slavers are alive, the spiders can try to kill you. So it's very easy to accidentally kill the spiders.
This Elagian stands anxiously awaiting you.
I doubt I'll be able to make it up to the higher levels with just one long jump. But I'll show the basic technique possible. You never know, I might get lucky. Regardless, when you start off the quest, you do not know about this thing with the spiders, so you can kill them freely. So as long as it doesn't say in your quest objective, kill no more than 5 spiders, you are good to go. Yeah, once you kill like the ogres around these spiders, the spiders that are next to them will become passive and no longer attack you, no longer dangerous. Now I need to find where the extra book is because you have to pick up this book. The way it works is to move the quest on, you gotta first find the tome. That will unlock the upper levels. So the skip basically what allows you to do is to access the upper levels and the tome from the upper levels before you ever find out about this. Basically, you're going to complete the whole quest and come back at the end and pick up that last tome. Yeah, these anytime you save a bunch of spiders, they'll no longer become active later. So it's not like, oh, next time there'll be an ogre next to them, they'll attack. They won't. Like each group is keyed to a specific ogre, well, specific pair of ogres. Once you kill these 2 ogres, these spiders are no longer dangerous.
The footing here is especially weak.
Yeah, the ogre shamans or magi are kind of annoying because, well, they disappear and you have to wait for them to come back before you can kill them. And meanwhile, the spiders are going to continuously attack you. Speaking of which, we gotta wait for him to show up. Any year now. Thank you. Okay, this particular room has like 6 paths out of it, and every 2 paths connect. They loop. And in one of them is where the tome is, the book. Let's just jump down this little section over here.
The gate is locked with no apparent way in. Whatever is beyond must be of great importance.
Okay, so this torch over here is where you do the skip. Stand over here, and you got to get to that ledge over there. You must have good movement speed and a high jump to make it up there. I don't even know if my jump is high enough. Skills, jump 36. My jump's not high enough. 37. Yeah, I probably should really focus on getting my jump higher. Whatever. Never mind. Ooh, I made it. Now I've got to wait for this to recharge so I can make it up there. Well, confirmed you don't need 40 jump. 37 is good enough. Yeah, so if the optional was open, you would have right over here, you'd find a tome. And you'd click on it, and then it would progress the quest, and you could skip like all the different you could just kill everything and come back at the end and find the final tome. But what this does is enables you to clean out some of these passageways without the knowledge of well, you're not supposed to kill spiders. So that later, even if you have to go through these passageways, well, things are already dead. But if for any reason I have to go through these passageways, I won't have to worry about killing spiders in here. Can't accidentally kill what you've already killed on purpose. Yeah, so being able to get up top is worthwhile, even if you don't use you don't skip the entire quest. Mind you, it might be worth it to actually just go back and reset the quest if you really don't want to waste time until you get the tome at the first location, because there's 3 possible locations. And while getting to the second location is still doable with a long jump, the third location is very, very tricky. I've done it like once or twice, and I don't remember how I did it. Every time I do it, I'm like, okay, I need to remember this for next time. Then I forget, and I come back later some other date. I have to crack my head open, try to figure out how to do it again. Yeah, but at least I can clear out the second passageway on the top. The truth is I don't really need to do this because I know that the book's not in this passageway. It is supposed to be the way up. Okay, let's see if I can do the jump to the second section. You never know, might get lucky. Yeah, no movement speed. No double jump. My base jump is not high enough. Here's the thing, as I level up, I'm gonna get enough skill points to allow me to jump higher, so. With a character like this who's all min-maxed, well, not really min-maxed, but a mixture of a whole bunch of abilities, it's not that simple. Yeah, so now the goal is to jump to this ledge right over here. If I can make it to here, I can jump from here to that one. Someplace from like here. Okay, here goes nothing. Made it. I think that's the tome. Yeah, so there's 2 out of 3 chances that it won't be in the last place, which means that there's a pretty fair chance that you can get it. Even though catching onto this ledge is like really hard.
Entry is seen next to a recently deceased corpse.
Yeah, so there we go. We've broken sequence. We're on the second
Importance of protecting the Crimson Foot Queen.
we have the second tome. Well, let's go find the boss. The boss will spawn in the center over here. And once he does, we'll be able to kill him, get a key, and go protect the boss. Meanwhile, you can still go on a rampage and kill spiders. Mind you that doing this might feel like it's cheesing the quest, but you'll find out that that jump that I just did is a skill equal in difficulty, if not harder than actually whatever, dealing with all the spiders. When you feel that the right kind of caster, you've got like a Finger of Death or something, this quest is a joke. But if you're a two-handed fighter, it's a nightmare. Well, it's not in the first two passageways. I still need to find out where the actual tome number 1 is, because we're going to have to pick it up at the end of the quest to finish. Sorry. Nope, that was the right way. Meanwhile, the boss should have spawned into the center. Here we go. He slowly but surely like works his way towards the center. And now we wait for him to do the honors of returning. Rebuff, because why not? There you go. This key will allow me to access this area. This is right in the center. Now we have to protect the queen. So, get your hirelings out and send them to defend/protect the queen. Of course, the queen disobeys any, well, disregards her own safety and comes out and fights, which is not good. Hey, what are you gonna do? It is possible to climb up over here by standing on this torch, taking a long jump. This is also just a dead end. I love how the staircase ends with a pretend like there's something or someplace to go. Well, there isn't. You need to keep an eye out for the Crimson Queen, whatever it's called, how much hit points she has. Unlike the other NPC, she's got way more hit points and much less prone to suddenly dying. I don't want to jinx myself, but I don't think I've ever seen it happen where the queen dies, so I am definitely less stressed out about this. Yes, as long as you've got some kind of hireling to pop off the health on the spider, you should be fine. And I've done this with the just basic hirelings for years. I am confident you can do it too. That ogre landed on my head and got stuck.
The Rakshasa drops in intent on killing the queen. Must be stopped.
Ow. My eyes.
The ground shakes as a tremor rolls through the cavern. The Rakshasa cries out to protect the excavated mausoleum.
Yeah, so basically we defeated the rounds over here. Get yourself a chest. Of course, there's a shrine. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you very much. And now we get to head down. This floor broke.
The area of ground collapsed during the tremor, allowing you access to the excavated area.
Oh, there's a lever, I think, downstairs. It allows you to get out of here. Yeah. This lever opens up that gate. Fine. I think this area is free of spiders, so at least this prep area before we get to the final room. I mean, even if you're on normal path, you can just hack and slash your way through. If this guy shows up in one of these hallways, it's random. You gotta find him and kill him. And he drops the key. And these are the rune wheel answers, so blue H. And we got an orange F. At this point, we can just guess what the third one is by spinning it. But yeah. But not facing. And red dots. I think this room's always empty. Okay, so we killed that boss, got the key. And so this final room is very hard. And if you're doing it without breaking sequence, you're gonna have to try to fight, what's it called? The Rakshasa end fight boss together, a whole bunch of minions, and all of them, you're gonna have these spiders who are gonna try to attack you, and basically, it's very easy to kill them. I think blue was H. Like water. And orange was F. They've added a function for mirrors that if you're holding block while you hit the item, the mirror will spin it in the other direction, but they don't have it for rune wheels. Rune wheels still spin same direction all the time, which is a shame. Should add it for everything. Yeah, but not having to deal with these spiders. So yeah, you're changing one type of skill for a different kind of skill. If you can do the jumping puzzle, and the jumping puzzle is no joke. I mean, I made it look like it was easy, and I basically got it on my first try. I mean, that second jump is very tricky. So we got the Shavara stone, but as you noticed, we actually haven't finished the quest. XP, it's not done yet. The quest is not completed because we've skipped a certain segment of it. We skipped the first key. We still have to do that. So ultimately, we still can fail this quest. And I have to go up. We have to find the first tome, and then we have to go back to the center and fight the boss who's going to spawn it. And once you pick up his key, well, the quest will then be over. But you still have to do everything in the quest. You haven't got the... So this is the room we entered from. So this is the second passageway. I haven't done this one yet. Let's go for the book. And all the buffs are running out. Yeah, mind you, at this point, still I can kill freely whatever I want. I still haven't triggered the fail state. Looking for a tome. We'll be like on the floor right next to the passageway. If you're doing this with a party, typically what parties will do, they'll send people down all 6 tunnels, clear out all the tunnels, so there's almost no monsters left. And only then will somebody say, okay, it's in tunnel 3 or whatever it is, and they'll pick it up once they're ready. Because you really don't want to have to deal with the menace of these spiders who like to get themselves killed by attacking you. Yeah, you definitely don't want to have your hirelings you're running loose at this quest. Or summon monsters, any kind of pet who can damage things, because they will kill the spiders. Now, the spiders are immune to certain like effects. I don't know, maybe acid, I forgot. But you can actually make a weapon who is specifically designed to not be able to kill spiders or do very minimal damage to them. And that can be very useful. See? Yep, still no luck. So we've done passes 1, 2, 3, and 6. Shortcut through this room. Don't think I've done this passageway yet. Well, that's bad luck for you. I've cleared out passages 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. It's going to be in passageway 5. Unless I somehow missed it, in which case I have no idea which one it is and I have to go backtrack all of them. Mind you, passageway 1 is where you start the quest from, and in passageway 1 is like an offshoot that takes you down to the lock. Well, I have no idea where it is. Well, I guess we're gonna go through them one by one until we find it. And I know, this is great quest design, I love it. Aren't you having a great time? Hey, at least all these passageways should be clear now. The book will be someplace next to one of the locked doors. But on the bright side, at least I don't have to worry about failing the quest once I pick it up, because I know I've cleaned up all the passageways. Well, it's not next to this one. Not in passageway 6. Go check out passageway 1. Sorry I don't have a speed boost or any way to make my character go any faster. All I have is a long jump that I'm using every once in a while. Yeah, but with minimal speed and a long jump, you can get to the first 2 locations. The third one's very, very tricky. Many, many years ago, I saw a video by somebody explaining how to do it. I haven't been able to find a video since. And I don't remember how he did it. So every time, all I knew is that it was possible. And that's all I had to go on. I had to take it from there and figure it out myself. Which is hopeful for you, because if you're persistent enough, you might be able to figure it out also. Oh, come on. That is crazy. I just rechecked one. Let's go down two. Killing everything as a way of confirmation that I've been down this hallway before. There's some explosive barrels. Well, it's not here either. So what is it, number 3? Either that or something terrible happened. Please tell me the book's here. The only thing I can think of is that somehow some petty developer decided that if you pick up the book at the end, it despawns the other book. But I would hate to believe that that's the truth. I'd rather believe that I somehow missed. Yeah. Hey, this is on me. Yeah. Well, it is still stupid coding, but apparently sometimes you have locked doors or are just locked because there's monsters there. You have to kill the monsters, in this case rats, in order to get past. Right? That makes perfect sense. Adventure pack. And first book. Okay, so at this point, if you accidentally kill 5 spiders, or intentionally kill 5 spiders, but if you kill 5 spiders, you fail this quest. You can be here in an hour, just like this, running around in circles, and fail this quest because some spider walks through and attacks you. You don't want to have any guard items on. Yeah, so now the boss is going to spawn in one of the caves. You don't know which one, but he works his way towards the center. You can like look for him by going down each passageway a little bit. At least a good thing that came out of this is that we've cleared out all the spiders, so I don't have to worry about killing anything. Oh, it's not number 1. Oh yeah, and now all these doors, I'll just show it. Actually, I can't show it now. I first have to kill the boss. He'll give me a key, and that key will allow me to unlock the top floor. I figure I go down one of the tunnels. If I find him, great. If not, by now he should be making his way towards the center. Nope. Go down tunnel 2. Tunnel 2. Oh, did he show up yet? I don't see him. Well, tunnel 3 it is. Let's go check. He shouldn't be in tunnel 4, because that's where we came out of. I think I just saw something. Shortcut 2, tunnel 4. Skip tunnel 4, try 5 and 6. Yes, at this point, you'd be walking down these tunnels and there would be still spiders here. There we go, we found them. Of course, like any good ogre magi, he can disappear. There we go, picking up the key. Now you get completed. This annoying quest took us 33 minutes. So yeah, even though I broke the sequence, I picked this up at the end, it's still, I think, the preferable method of doing this quest, rather than suffering through the hassle. Well, at least for me, because I'm not a caster with like single target damage. And while I do have a crossbow with precise shot, and I can just shoot the enemies, I find the challenge of doing the jump my preferable method. And once again, if you think it's easy, no, it's not. The first jump is, I would say, I think everybody can do that as long as they meet the requirements. I mean, I did it with only 37 jumps, so you don't even need max jump. And my movement speed is not great. Movement. This is out in the wilderness, so I got 10% for like VIP, and quest is worse. So I'm definitely not a speeded up. I just have the base movement speed of like 30%. The extra from the augment or whatever it's called. So I definitely don't have an advantage when it comes to movement. And I just have the one classic, what's it called? I can't think now. The long jump, this one. Spring attack. You don't need anything like special. You don't need to have like abundant step in order to do it. That's basically my point. But that's for the first one. The second one is much trickier. It's actually harder if you got a fast movement speed because it's very easy to overshoot it. And finally, the third one is nearly impossible, and I don't remember how to do it. Okay, fine. Oh, look. Didn't feel like running after him, so let him come to me. This particular area, there's like this little crack over here. Walk up. When you get to this place, first of all, there's a shrine on the side. Go off to the side, just step in this pool. Free XP. And now you can jump in here. Kick off this quest. Yeah, Coalescence Chamber. Either hate it or loved it, depending on your position on this quest. Yeah, let's see how long it takes us. Of course, I'm going to do the optional.
I will assist you as you make your way through the temple.
Troglodytes have this thing where they hit you with poison. I mean, it's a stench, troglodyte stench, but effectively it's poison, and it makes you go slow. So either have remove poison, or you're going to be slowed all the time, or, well, I guess you can be Warforged and be immune to it. But it's oppressively annoying. Ah, whatever. These guys are going to continuously hit me with arrows. So. Fine, let's just do the optional. Kill enough stuff in the center, it will spawn in a boss. There's a few things in this quest that you can accidentally skip, like objectives, that if you miss them, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to backtrack for them, and it can take forever. So be very careful to like hit the required objectives. Right now I think we're waiting for a troll to show up so we can kill him and take his key. But yeah, you don't need to do this. You can just run and jump down. Oh, I guess it wasn't that troll. There's my hireling picking a fight. Ah, here we go. It's not the troll, it's a shaman. I mean, he shows up with a bunch of trolls, but he's the one who gives the key is actually the shaman. There we go. We get a gold key. This gold key is just an optional chest later on. But now we can go. And at this point, you jump down this gigantic shaft. Luckily, we have, if you press shift, you go fast. You can kill yourself if you go too fast. This is very important. When you drop down over here, you gotta kill the stuff here. It says close the portal. This is a quest objective. You just run past this, it won't close. See? I've had it where I finished the entire quest and I had to backtrack all the way here just to, well, close the portal. As you walk by, things will spawn in this quest, so occasionally you want to stop and clear out some of the stuff that are following you, or you're going to have a dungeon alert who's going to follow you the entire time, drive you crazy. Yeah, these grounds sometimes spawn scorpions. And I've heard people say that if you jump over it, it doesn't spawn it. I don't know. Also, these gates, a lot of them are trapped with force traps. You can go fast and just make it through without being hit. You like go as soon as you pull the gate. However, your hirelings are most likely not going to make it and die. Yeah, this way you go. And up. Don't go through the gates. Those are side rooms. Here we go. This is the big, well, this is the first, or the big mine shaft.
Ascends upwards.
Later, there'll be a way to unlock these places where you can stand on them and it'll shoot you up. But for now, you gotta climb. And if you have a tall character like mine, that is a Warforged, Half-Orc, Purple Dragonite, Dragonborn, etc., you'll be bumping your head on this area all the time. It'll drive you crazy. So actually, if you've TR'd a few times, at least twice, this quest becomes harder. Yeah, just play a gnome. You'll love this quest. I'm kidding. Okay, this is the first stop, but it's currently locked. We're gonna later come back here and get a key. They'll be able to jump back up. Yeah, there's a lot of back and forth in this quest. They send you to Mineshaft 1 to get high enough up to go to Mineshaft 2 to circle back up to get even higher up on Mineshaft 1. You get all the way to a certain point where you can get a key, jump back down Mineshaft 1, open a door, then climb back up Mineshaft 1 halfway, go to Mineshaft 2, and now you can open up the door in Mineshaft 2, get a key from there, then go back to Mineshaft 1. And they can go all the way to the top. Sounds like fun, right? Yeah, this quest is lovely. See, this is why I'm glad, I guess, they didn't make a epic version of these quests. We could do without it.
The genie directs you.
Okay, we've made it to the exit from the middle of Shaft 1. This will allow us to go to Shaft 2. These you don't have to climb them both. Once you make it past, once you get to Shaft 2, climb back up to the top part of Shaft 1, there's a room that you can activate that'll help you. Just in case you fall, you can use air jets to get back up. I guess with rooms with gates, you want to go up. Previous intersection, we also did it. I'll show what I'm talking about. Previously, we were coming down this hallway. We got to here, and there was a gate on the side and a gate on the top. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, gate on the side and a gate on the top, and we went up. Now over here, again, there's a gate on the side and a gate on the top. We're going up. Would really like to be positive about this quest, and the best I can say is now that I know what the sequence is, I no longer hate it as much. I know that some players actually like this quest, but just like anything, there's always players who like things. So I think the general consensus is one of the quests you have to do for favor. I guess you'll do it if you want a large ingredients bag from 12. So then I guess you have a motivation to do it. Other than that, well, maybe if you want to craft something green steel, so you have no choice. It's basically one of those quests I think players do when they have like no choice. That seems to be like the general feeling about these quests. It's not a very good position for creating games. On the other hand, I do have to say that sometimes if you play it too safe and you make just like generic passable content, it's not as good as making content that some people hate but some people really love. There are these gems, blue quartz, whatever it is, gems all over these passageways. And allegedly, if you pick them up, they spawn in more monsters. I have never made like proper testing to tell you if that's true or not. But I just don't pick them up, so there you go. I like having concise answers, so sorry I can't give you one. I just don't know. Yeah, this particular shaft number 2, is kind of hard to climb. And you get to like dead ends, and where you have to like jump down and cross over to the other side. I do believe that these monsters respawn eventually. So you have to kill them because you're going to get a dungeon alert if you don't kill them. But on the other hand, it's not like you kill them once and next time you come here there'll be no monsters. There will be monsters. So I don't know really if it's them respawning in or like new waves. I don't know exactly. Yeah, here's the locked door for second shaft. Let me elaborate. Sometimes there's a certain section of the quest. Let's say you go down a hallway, and on the way back it now spawned in monsters. So regardless of what you did on the way there, so you cleared the monsters on the way there or didn't clear the monsters on the way there, on the way back there's a new trigger who triggers a new group of monsters. Then sometimes there's just like a quest check was like there's always going to be 10 monsters, and if you killed 8 of them, once the trigger comes it will respawn 8 of them, so you'll have a total of 10. So I really don't know how this particular segment works. Either way, we made it through shaft 2, and now we're higher up inside of this complex, the Coalescence chamber. And now we can ascend even higher. The most important thing about this is once you get here, you want to activate the rune at the top of the shaft number 1, so you no longer have to climb the whole way and you can just use the air jets. There's like a black cave in the middle of a room. You can get at the monsters by going around and then climbing up. Yeah, this walkway. Whatever, I don't care. Okay, we've made it through shaft 2, and now we need to jump down. Great. And there's a shrine here, so just in case you haven't already, please like and subscribe. This is a very long video, and I would appreciate your support. Yeah, so I think the 2 main parts of this quest that you can easily skip by accident. Part number 1 is there's the portal you need to close. So when you jump down the shaft, you actually have to kill all the enemies over there and close that portal. If you don't close the portal, you're not going to be able to complete the quest. I mean, you can get the stone at the end of the quest. So if you're just trying to go for a green steel, I guess you'll get the green steel item, but you're not going to be able to talk to the NPC and move the quest unless you finish the actual quest, whatever. Don't forget to close the portal, thank you. That's one. The other one is there's, at a certain point, you have to kill a whole bunch of mystics. I think they're mystics, kind of like a ritual sacrifice. And once again, if you're just rushing to this quest, you can easily skip it. So beware of it. You have to kill them. But like, you walk through a gate and they spawn in, you gotta kill them. Yeah, this is what I was talking about, all these trash mobs who spawn in behind you as you pass and create a crazy dungeon alert. Truth is, most of this quest is kind of linear. It's basically, there's not many ways to go. It's just, you have to figure out, you have to understand the setup of the different mine shafts, whatever the shafts, so you go up and down, what needs to be done in what order. Once you get that straight, it's kind of, it's pretty straightforward. Whatever. That scorpion can just stay there. I'm gonna have to go through here again, so get him on the way back. Yeah, but I'm very lucky that I'm playing a Warforged. I don't have to deal with the negative levels, and I don't have to deal with the troglodyte stench because their poison is a natural poison. And Warforged are immune to natural poisons. At some point, DDO realized that being immune to poison completely is a little bit overpowered. So they made it so Warforged are no longer immune to magical poisons. Then they added a whole bunch of poisons in the game, more just magical. So you take damage. Yeah, so please do not fall before you hit this rune. Okay, now we've turned on the... Yeah, we've turned on the air jets. You gotta keep on climbing until we get... Oh. Then you gotta keep on climbing until we get this, like, a key. Room with a key. And then we'll drop down, get the other room with the key, and then go back to the center and continue to shaft 2 again. Because by then I'll have the key for shaft 2. Yeah, bats are very annoying if you don't have an AoE spell or something. I have a crossbow that's basically fire damage. And all these fiends are resistant, highly resistant to fire damage. Yeah, and the monsters just keep on spawning in. It's endless. Oh, whatever. You got to be careful when you jump. You tap the wall a little bit, it will like push you back, and the knockback will knock you off the ledge. Yeah, so as long as you remember that once you get to the top of... Well, once you get back to the center part of Shaft 1, at this point you want to climb till you get to the first door. Then we're going to drop back down, get the unlocked door with the key we get from here, and then go to Shaft 2. This guy over here is going to die. Getting on my nerves. Dude, I'm just trying to pull a lever.
These fiends have some semblance of coordination. See if they have it. Or kill him. We won't get any information out of him now. Let's
Hey,
search his
2 chests. One of them is your loot. One of them is, I think, just a key. Yep, iron key.
Find which door this key unlocks. There are sure to be more answers there.
Okay, so this unlocks the door at the bottom of this shaft that we skipped on the way up the first time. So that was this door on the side. Let's face that direction. Okay, now we're dropping into the lower section. And here's the first locked door. This is the first locked door we skipped.
These fiends aren't as dumb as they look. They are certainly leading us on a wild kobold chase.
Okay. I have a feeling you won't listen to me even if I tell you to interrogate.
Before we killed a bunch of gnolls, now it's a bunch of trolls.
them in your way.
A faint click signals the unlocking of Frocky's chest.
Okay. And we got a silver key.
Sounds puzzled. Another
Now we got to go back to shaft 2. So we are lower than the exit of shaft,
fear we are getting
this shaft, so we got to climb back up. So if we exited this to this direction, climb up and go out through here. So now these runes are activated. Ah. Missed it. Hey, found it. So this will take us to shaft number 2. Yeah, we've been down this passageway already, so we've killed all the static monsters. But I think some new, either scorpions or bats or whatever it is. Yeah. See, more of this trash spawns in. You gotta get rid of it, or you're gonna get dungeon lord. There is a section in this quest where you have endless spawning bats. So if you want to unlock bat in your monster manual, this is the perfect place for it. Just stand here and kill bats forever. I think it's right before the ooze room, which we'll be going to right now. Yeah, okay. So a whole bunch of this fiend and gnoll, all these spawn in. Yeah, so this is like a trigger. Basically, once you reach a certain point in this quest, new monsters will spawn in. Sadly, there's no shortcut for shaft number 2. You gotta do it the old-fashioned way. You gotta climb all the way. That's... At least it didn't fall all the way down. That'd be embarrassing. I mean, I'm recording a video, so anytime I do anything that was less than perfect, it always is embarrassing. I'm just saying it could be worse. There is a skip you can do over here, jump up to that. I mean, typically you just jump across the room, but whatever. And now we can unlock this door.
Let us see what is revealed.
I think this spawns over here. Bats. Okay, this thing, this particular gelatinous cube is a real menace. He's highly resistant to like a whole bunch of things. And yeah, kills your hirelings very fast. However, silver lining here is that if you stand, well, out of range, you can just stand here and cheese it by, I mean, even if you have like tiny a bit of damage, you still can just stand here, turn on auto attack, and wait. Yeah, there we go. I'll just wait until it dies. Build up some archer focus stance. Why not? Yeah, he's got tons of hit points. But you can stand here with your wimpy throwing knife, dagger, whatever it is, and he will still die. Eventually. Yeah, and these bats I think are endless. That's it, we got the key. And now, we must go back to shaft number 1 and climb all the way to the top, finish this quest. Now, this is the second objective that pops up. You gotta kill these enemies. So you got 6 left. 5. If you do not kill this wave of enemies, you'll not be able to complete this quest. Which is the last thing you want to find out after getting all the way to the end, like, oh, I forgot something. And then backtrack to the middle of shaft number 2 just to clear out some random troglodytes. Honestly, this is one of the worst objectives. So yeah, those are the 2 main sticking points of this quest. Even if you know what you're doing, please don't forget to close the portal, and do not forget to clear out the troglodytes right after you kill the whatever it's called, gelatinous cube boss. And most of the way here is clear. There are still some like spawning pockets who show up on your way back. But most of it is whatever you've cleared the first time stays clear. Hey. There's a drop down point in shaft 2. Yeah, more spawning pockets. These enemies are here the first time and the second time you pass by this. So if you're enjoying this quest, please hit like and subscribe, thank you. And this is a very, very long video. Typically, I wouldn't run all of these 5 quests in one sitting, but I'm doing it for the video. I'm not aware of another video like this existing anywhere, so hope you enjoy it. A single segment of, well, Vale of Twilight. Well, we're almost there. At least the last quest is all straightforward. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, these gigantic single segments. I guess I want to be able to title the video Vale of Twilight. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of you who are just watching this video sped up on ×2, so what does it end up being, an hour video? Boo-hoo. now we climb all the way to the top of shaft 1. Yeah, shaft 2 has an entrance, exit, and a locked door in the middle. Shaft 1 has got, well, entrance, exit in the middle. There's a door between the bottom and the exit, and there's a door between the top and the top, who's also, well, I guess, an exit. You've got main entrance from the bottom, locked door, exit number 1, locked door, exit number 2. Yeah, sadly they don't give you air jets for this part. You gotta just climb your way all the way up to the top. And if for some reason you have a laggy PC or bad connection, this can be oh, terrible. You jump and like you rubber band a bit and fall down. It's crazy. Okay, we passed this part. Now we're going to ascend all the way to the top. This is the highest part of this quest. Almost there.
You have reached the top of the shaft.
The final room.
Beyond this door, I sense the source of the fiendish creations. You must find a way in. This tiefling is fusing the blood of devils with inhabitants of the Vale of Twilight to make these fiendish creations. Destroy him before he can taint any more.
Yeah, found out how they're making fiendish gnolls. Apparently this guy. We are done. Test. This thing took, well, we got Chipmunk Funk and Nether Stone. This quest took 33 minutes. And on to the side over here, I think this is the optional chest we got the key at the beginning. That's it. Well, we got one more. Running with the Devils, and running with the Devils is either the hardest or easiest depending on, well, your DPS and your self-healing. But this is the one who's most straightforward. It has no like fail states in it. You don't have to like heal an NPC. You don't have to go climbing gigantic mine shafts just to get to the end. Hey, look, the optionals up. Portal gateway. There's at least 2 of these in the game. Rare encounters. One of them is Reaver's Reach. Shavro Portal Fragment. Yeah, you can get them in the Shroud. And you're supposed to be able to collect them. But they don't work. I don't actually know what they used to give. You're supposed to like collect 100 of them. So if you did Shroud a whole bunch of times, you'd get them they would drop from the portal. And I guess you can get them from here also, just rare. So you could technically collect it without doing the Shroud. Then you can turn it in or something. Before my time running Shroud, so I don't know. Here we go, running with the Devils, final quest. Elite, go.
Only those who are most trusted are allowed access.
I will warn you that if you don't have proper DPS in this quest, you are not going to finish it. And a lot of that DPS is against characters who heal themselves. So being able to defeat them is important.
A distraught human beckons you closer. He is guard. Psylocke has placed an aura of protection on you, keeping you safe. You feel a strange sensation.
Yeah, see, these are all a bunch of Eladrin, and their magic allows them. They turn into these orbs.
The Eladrin attack with righteous fury, heedlessly of the beasts.
Yeah, so these orbs, if you don't have proper DPS, you can't win. Because they just heal themselves back up endlessly. It is very frustrating. Yeah, but this is by far the fastest quest out of the whole series. Thankfully.
To suit their needs.
Collectibles. I mean, you just stick to the path and it's kind of straightforward. I went off the beaten path over there because I wanted to get those collectibles.
Search for a way to breach it.
Yeah, see this auto healing that they have? Not auto healing, but they heal themselves back up. Drive you crazy. I've tried to do this many times with very weak characters, and this is like the worst quest when it comes to that. Every other quest I could like take my time and figure out the puzzle. I mean, even the ones with NPCs that can fail the quest, it was easier for me to do than this quest. Yeah, so all of these quests are basically, if you have a specific build or something, you know what you need to, the quest becomes easy. Running with the devils is the DPS quest. Damage per second quest. You either got it or not, that's it. These Jinnies, they take damage and then they go into a invulnerable state. And you have to wait for them to come out of it before you can hit them again. At least they do it only once. I don't want to get knocked down to the bottom floor because I don't want to have to walk back up. So, keeping my back towards this banner. Fighting all these air elementals. Hey. To activate the genie's invulnerability state so we can focus on the other guy. Get the breakables while we're waiting. Might as well pull these two levers. Let's open up the way. Hey. And now we can kill him. You can see what you opened up. It's down there. Yeah, the ones that turn into an orb and constantly re-heal everyone are the ones that are the worst.
Do not allow them to reach Talarn before you do.
Another one of these. Right. Wait for you to get out of your invulnerability state. Meanwhile, we'll clear out some more trash. Yeah, but it's basically, if you've got the proper build for a specific quest in this chain, that particular build becomes very easy. I mean, quest becomes very easy. Okay, I'll take it back. Not very easy, but it becomes like manageable or slash doable. So if you've got a full party and you've got at least one character who can do the quest,
Another skirmish between the
It's also pretty useful. Let's pull this guy in cooldown. Stops knocking me over every second. Shrine, just in case you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I think this is your like final opportunity. Actually, no, this is a last-minute shrine. Just a rest shrine though, in the final room, which is a shame because I think more often than not you need a resurrection shrine in that room. Which is probably why they don't have it.
The sound of claws scraping earth is heard to the northwest as the devils continue on their path towards Toad.
Two random earth elementals in this quest. Stop moving around. Bit of extra loot. We gotta drop this bridge to get to that area. And it is a quest objective, so even if I could skip it, which I can, you're not gonna be able to finish the quest without doing it, so. This passageway is an optional. I think it's like a beholder tent. So it can stay there, I don't care.
A stern-looking Eladrin bars the way to the gatehouse.
Okay, and lower the bridge.
The gears reverberates through the stronghold. The bridge is lowered.
This way is blocked off. But we can see down over here where the bridge was. And now we're on the bridge. This is the final passageway before we get to the boss room. This quest is definitely way more straightforward than any of the other quests. Yeah, fail state of this quest is dying. Yeah, that's our final shrine. Okay, this particular orb over here. This can be nearly impossible to kill it without good DPS. He just heals himself. Again and again and again and again. Okay, we got him. And now, boss fight. It's him and 4 other champions, or 3 other champions. Got him. Let's go get the other ones. What else did we get? Four of the champions. 2 Orthons, Tiefling, Devil, 2 of these guys. And with that, we are done. Don't forget to pick up the final chest. This is your final stone. Shavareth, Stone of Sight. There we go. XP finished. 8 minutes. Sub 9 minutes, so this is by far the fastest one. Okay, let's head back out to Meridia and finish the flagging and call the video. I'll repair and sell later. Guild airship. Somewhere I'd like to go to Meridia. We have to finish these quests by talking to the NPCs over here. Each one of them gives you an option item. Sometimes you get a crafting material. Not a shroud crafting material, but a Tanith crafting material. I think it's a piece of broccoli. Yeah, mystical plant. That's broccoli, I'm sorry. Got another one. I never used them. I love collecting them. Don't stop me. And you'll have to hit gather for them to actually enter your bag. Okay. At this point, we've finished this. Now, go to here, talk to this guy. Should I do it now? Okay, he's going to send me on a little quest. He teach me about the crafting. Talk to this NPC. What like me to do? Chunk of. She's going to give me a bunch of things. Fine. Very well. Let's go down over here. And we're going to put him inside of the altar. This is the first one, the one that she gives you. Just say yes and hit magically. It's 5 pieces of junk that the game gives you that teaches you how to use this crafting stone. Fine. Then you talk to her again. I'll return with them. Do you want Shavarath stone? So let's go make a Shavarath stone. Remember those 5 little things we picked up in the quest? These? You hit it, it turns into a Shavarath sight stone. It makes magically. This is going to go into your bag someplace. You need to take it out of your bag for her to notice it. So you can look in our bag and see if we have it. So talk to her. And I've completed this. Done. And finally we can go back to this guy. Talk to him one last time. Give me a final reward. And now 13 Eclipse, which is the Shroud or Heroic Shroud, is opened. After this, you just need to talk to him again and again if you want to run the Shroud. So, well, that's going to be it. So, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and hope to see you on my next video. Bye.